Hey, this is Dave. On the phone doing some other things. Can't say I'm as focused on this as I want to be. But nobody's really responded to, hey, we see you. If I'm being blocked from the internet, may God help you. Because I will try to find a law firm who will destroy you. I've suffered tremendously, and this is no joke. This is my life, and I'm trying to stabilize my life. I've not been able to put in a 40-hour week without something breaking down. I mean, it has literally been a nightmare. I mean, a horror movie. So, maybe I do need some help from a law firm. I have everything it takes to be successful. I am more honest than most, maybe one of the most transparent. Yes, I have a heart for the relationships and communication. Can I be persuasive? Yes, but my persuasive is based upon transparency. I don't know if I have some passive aggressive enemies. I don't know why it could be so hard to find what it is I'm looking for. Cooking some dinner. I'm going to exercise. I want to get myself back up and hopefully try to be just as smart about this as I can. I had some calls the other day. I felt like I was being harassed. Passive aggressive harassment. And God forbid I get angry. How do I stand up for myself and not get myself in trouble? So right now it's part of the day where it's back to the lab and back to the classroom. Trying to learn as much as I can here. And before I tackle this progress. What I do know is I'm low on cooling fluids. Got a leak in the oil. I'm going to need seals for sure. I had a backup plow that's for sale. I have two plows. One plow truck and two plows. A plow that I bought off a graphic artist in Cincinnati. I'm just not getting too many phone calls. Some are just almost like, are you serious, or does somebody put up? It can be a level of harassment that is beyond harassment. It can be torture sometimes. And God forbid I get angry. Hit, poke, provoke, somebody sending me texts late at night, midnight. I'm like, why you gotta provoke a man who's trying to stabilize his life? I don't want to add any fuel to the fire, but I seriously, God, I just want to be able to go to work, put in 40 hours a week without having something break down. There's way too many problems, so it's not all right. And I do my best, but it is a nightmare. Okay, yet I refuse to give up. I don't know where my dad is. He says he doesn't care. So that kind of hurts, My mom's 700 miles away as far as I know. My uncle wants to be taken off the list. I'm going to tell you something. If you're my friend and you're a mechanic and I called you every time something broke down, you wouldn't want to be my friend. I've been able to get a lot of help in a crisis. Getting help proactively. I get that from my customers who have done the prepay thing. And almost all of them are happy. One of them is not, and it's a lady in Kettering. I had just so many goddamn breakdowns. She didn't know me from Adam, but she wouldn't let me finish either, so I missed 2 weeks, and then she harassed me with text messages, and I want to pay her. I'm not hiding that. It's about transparency. The people from last year, I signed them up, and I about finished them. When I say it's one thing after another, it was a nightmare. So thank you for those who have helped the right way. I use that money to buy tools or to cover my rent for the winter or whichever one I need. But it goes so much further that way than in a crisis. But I don't want a crisis response team. I need a team to stabilize before things fall apart. And when you're having so many problems, you begin to ask why. And your imagination runs wild. I don't have a lot of direct conflict, but when I'm being poked and provoked, like I guess the sport, God help me if I get angry. You know, but still, I'm learning a lot, but I'm not mobile, and that gets on my nerves. That really feel like a caged animal after a couple of days of that. Um, it has been a nightmare. I mean, a lot of broken promises. How many promises could you break as a man and have it not wear on you? And you do become a little jumpy. Nothing too crazy happened today, which was great. Getting underneath there is scary. Um, Running a code check for the time, that's scary. But I got to do it. Try to play this Rocky DVD, which I couldn't play for inspiration. But I hate being underneath there by myself. It's scary. I have no idea why one of the churches that I was spent my life. I mean, if I'm not at one, I was at another. Yeah, I bounced around, and I don't like that. I want to stay at one, but if you're a cop, how committed would you be to people if they didn't have their back? You know, I'm not. I'm a civilian, but if you're going through things and they're not there for you, you're probably not going to be committed. You know, I'm probably not going to make a. No, you know, I'm about committed to others as they are committed to me. You know, commitment's a two-way street, folks. It just is. You know, you show me that you've got my back, and show me that you care about me, and I'll be committed to you. As you know, it is. It's a two-way street. Is commitment, folks. Part of me today wanted to call my mother and honor her for all that she has done. We're not very close right now. A couple years ago, we got into a fight and we kind of went our separate ways, and we don't talk a whole lot, and that bothers me. I'm not going to talk about it on the internet, other than it's heartbreaking. And I wanted a deeper level of peace. My phone, what was that? I got a call. But I asked a few things that I thought were simple that they just won't do. I'm not going to say anything bad about them on the internet because my family has done so much to help. But there were some trust wounds, and I will share about me. I asked if they would sit down for family counseling, and they won't do it. My philosophy, and this is me sharing about me, is innocent until willing to cooperate, and that's all I asked. Maybe if it's entirely just me, I don't know why they wouldn't do that, but they won't. And so, but I will say good things about them. Very close to my father growing up, very close to my mother growing up, and they have done a lot to help. But what I'm saying is, I feel like I'm alone in this journey, and that scares me. I try not to wear my friends out with crises, but I'd like to not have crises. I want to turn this into opportunities, and it is scary by yourself. And it's as I do it, my confidence increases each time. But I really don't want a deadly mistake. I'll go back to the lab tonight and learn myself what. Bleh, tired. Man, I just don't understand. Like, maybe I have false expectations, right? You know, I'm a part of this team and that team, and we help this person move and that person, and on all these service projects my whole life, and I don't know why. I just like to think they would do the same for me, and I guess that bothers me. Maybe I just don't understand that. You know, enough is enough when I'm hardcore stabilized. And this repair might make me stronger. Okay, but Jesus, it's been one thing after another. So I'm gonna stop talking for today, and on the positive, I'm gonna get back at it. Had some good conversations today, and some good things that did happen that I'm not gonna share on the internet. trying to be mechanically independent, and I'm closer. I would like to believe that I'm closer than I've ever been to being where I want to be. Um, but to sum it up, if you wanted to help, I don't want to go in too deep as far as prepaids. I might have one more, and that's good. I want to have less for next year than I had this year, because the middle of July it causes a cash flow train wreck. So I want fewer of those. I have one. A lot of tools I want are in somebody's garage. And man, maybe some time with somebody scheduled. Because scheduled, two guys working in the garage, drinking Mountain Dews, talking about blondes and redheads, reading the Bible. That's fun if it's planned. If it's a crisis, it is not so fun. So an expert, time with an expert, or even telephone consultant, you don't even have to, if you darn near know what you're doing, you don't even have to get out of bed. If you want to be my call person, my uncle doesn't know transmissions. He can't help me. He could drive me to the store or this or that. But if you're an expert, you can sit there in the bed in your PJs and coach me through this. Little things would be nice. I will need transmission cooler lines. Probably going to want seals. If I were to guess, I would say it's a clutch pack. Possibly a real differential needs to be fixed. Possibly a heater for the garage would be very nice. Heaters, electric heaters, because I have little ones. Apparently they did not connect it. My Vectren did not connect the gas because it was off since January. So they say I might not be connected until, it could take a while to get the gas turned on, and that's not all right. I can't go. I need real heat in there. I mean, I've got a little. Yeah, I have these were left by the previous tenants. In the process of moving, I lost stuff because I moved so much. I need heat. Lighting would help. Air compressor, would love to have an air compressor, a good solid one. Anybody's listening, I like to think that somebody cares. I think it could be the best Christmas I ever had. If my poster being black, may God himself deal with you, because I just maybe. And then again, I don't sit around and watch other people's videos either, So maybe I just, yeah, it's borderline traumatized. If you have other ways to help, that's fine, that you can think of. I would like a backup truck. Cheap, doesn't, you know what? I honor my dad for helping me get several cheap trucks from his dealership. I need to become the type of man that can make an old clankety truck into something great. I think that's a better plan, because there's hurt because I never got something reliable. But you know what? Help me become the man who can make it reliable. Because there's a ton of emotion in this. But I know I'm not the only one who's, you can go from warrior to like heartbroken. And lying on the ground. And I'm going to get myself back up. I think that's all for now. Lighting. I have stuff that I need to make my own lines and crimp them, but it's definitely not done properly. There's got little things in the bottom, where there was farm fix, which is what you do sometimes. But I also want to do it properly. There's the field. I call it the field repair, the combat repair in the field, and then there's the certified right way. I want to make this truck look great, so I become the most reliable guy in town who can not only mow yards professionally, but can also do a lot of maybe tinker. I'm not trying to become a mechanic. I'm trying to become mechanically independent. My grandmother passed away a couple months ago. I can't call her, but I'm a 43-year-old man. I don't want to call my grandma when this problem. I want to be built up. So I'm gonna go eat some dinner, exercise, and study myself to sleep. Good night, peace, and Mostly I just hate doing this by myself. I love that, and sometimes these things cause you to make new friends. Um, Night, folks. Emmaus, something like that. I had lunch this summer with a pastor from the vineyard, Scott Sliver. I said, Scott, what do you do when you're trying so hard to get help and you respect people's no, but you ask so much because you need help and they keep saying no? And you want people to be able to do so freely, right? Not out of because they feel like they have to or resentment. Yeah, you really do need that help. And your heart starts to harden a little bit. At some point Job just broke down and started cursing everybody. I believe, I haven't read the whole story. It was too hard to watch. It's like the 40-Year-Old Virgin movie. I couldn't watch it. I hope it ended well. What was that movie with Will Smith, Get Hard, where they thought he was going to jail for taxes, and then his accountant and somebody else ended up going to jail? That was a funny movie. So anyway, that's that. Hope somebody sees this and come along and works with a vision. There's a lot of ways I could serve the community, but just like right now, I just need a huge influx of it. Sin, that's all. I gotta stop talking because I'm rambling. Good night. Peace.